Good morning, Mr. President and members of the City Council. I'm Wilson Carroll, here today speaking on behalf of UCI LLA, one of the bidders for the biosolids contract. They were, in fact, the original low bidder by $750,000. They have not been recommended for acceptance here. The evaluation committee has chosen to select the bidder, which was the second lowest. Now, you were advised yesterday that they negotiated the price down with the second lowest bidder, and they're currently $100,000 below UCI's original proposal. But Claude Banks, are you here? Yeah, Claude Banks is a 60% owner of UCI, and I think he will tell you at the appropriate time that at no point was he approached to see if UCI would lower their price, to see if they would get even lower. And I think you'll learn during the discussion of this item that they are indeed prepared to go much lower and save the city a substantial amount of money given the opportunity to negotiate on the deal. They were never approached about it. Another item that is of real concern to us is we did a public records request, and we obtained from the city documents which, again, raise questions about the process. First of all, the bidder which is being recommended was analyzed by the EBO administrator, and he specifically found that PSIGA was non-compliant with the city's EBO requirements. Now, under the terms of the RFP, it specifically says, if you do not comply with the city's EBO requirements, you shall not be awarded the contract. It is not discretionary, it was mandatory. Now, how they went from an EBO determination that they were non-compliant to suddenly being recommended for the council raises serious questions about the process. We would ask you at a minimum to table this for a couple of weeks until you're able to get more information about the proposal that's out there. You can get a better deal, a cheaper deal, from a company that is 60% owned by Claude Banks and his family, legitimate minority contractors based in and around the city of Jackson. There's more to the story than you're being told, and we would respectfully request you to table that matter until you've been given the opportunity for us to tell you the whole story.
Thank you, President.
Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. First of all, I want to just challenge Mr. Carroll's language. This was not a bid, Mr. Carroll, and you know that. But I appreciate how you present your information. Accurate. This is a proposal. This is an RFP, which means that there are several pieces of an RFP that receive points based on the specific requirements. The price point, not the bid, is only one of those requirements. The pricing point receives a certain amount of points. This particular proposal that Mr. Carroll is talking about, the pricing point was worth 35 points. If you look at the proposal and you look at the evaluation, the company he is representing received all of the points that were required for the company with the lowest pricing point. So your company was actually indeed, or your client was indeed granted all of the points that are allowable under the pricing point. The second piece is as it relates to EBO. I again love how you frame your words. You said companies in and around Jackson. Well, just be frank and tell these folks that the 60% that you're talking about, only one of those companies is from Jackson. One. The company we chose are companies who are right here in the city of Jackson. What we have as an administration and as a city council said out loud, made a commitment that we're committed to building capacity with companies who are in our city, who are minority owned. Not only that, there's a strong mentorship protege component built into this. See, building capacity isn't just throwing money at minority companies. It's making sure that those minority companies are stable, that they're solid, they have the ability to take over these majority companies once they've left. So we can continue to do the same things that we've done in the past where we just throw money. We've seen that. We saw that with Siemens. Everybody remember Siemens? We saw that with Siemens. We just threw a bunch of money, 60%. Everybody's excited. We lined the room with a bunch of black folks. And Siemens stood over there and said, we're going to give all these black folks money. And everybody was happy. Everybody like Siemens so far? Didn't think so. So where we are is we've got to make sure that the case we're building is ensuring that the folks that deserve to have the right and the opportunity to build their businesses in Jackson, whose addresses say Jackson, have the opportunity. The play on words are great. I didn't go to Harvard. I went to I love, and they gave me the ability to know when there's a play on words. It's not a bid, Ms. Carroll. It is indeed an RFP. It is a response for proposal. The bid is only a piece of that. Your company received all of the points that they were supposed to receive. Not only that, it's not in or around Jackson. I'm not worried about folks who live in Canton, which one of your companies is from. I'm not worried about Gluckstadt, one of your companies is from. I'm worried about Highway 49, Mega Evers, where Love Construction, a black business who's been here and committed and will continue to be vested in our city. Thank you, Mr. President.
Would you like to respond, Mr. Carroll?
Thank you. I respect the mayor's words on that. And at the appropriate time, if you would allow Mr. Claude-Banks to address some of the issues that the mayor has raised, I think it would only be fair. He's here and prepared to do that before you vote to give this to the recommended bidder. Thank you very much.
All right.